Hello, everyone. Very nice to meet all of you. So please welcome. We have our great CEO, Aaron Jones. He's the CEO and co-founder of Yepic AI. Can we have the clicker? We will need the clicker for a few minutes. So today, you discussed about photography just before. Now we talk about videos together with Aaron. So my first question, Aaron, is like, how do you think consumer expectation has changed, or how is Gen AI changed the consumer expectations for brands?
Yeah, absolutely. How many people here have tried ChatGPT? Show of hands. Everyone in the room. How many people have spoken over voice through voice interface with ChatGPT? About half. How many people have been pleasantly surprised by the experience? That's most people. I think the expectation for consumers is just evolving on a weekly basis. If you follow Google News, you're finding out about new things that are coming out, and there's just so much pressure on brands to up their game. And at Yepic, we're sort of working with over 1,000 companies, ranging from businesses like Accor Hotels through to banks. And everyone is engaging and leaning in. So we're just seeing this whole shift, like sales cycles that would previously take like 12 months are taking like 4 months.
So more B2B, just to be precise.
Yeah, B2B.
We had a discussion together on how people are embracing Gen AI workflow in their businesses. Can you just deep dive and maybe come back to the first question to go more information on what we discussed just before?
Yeah, sure. I guess there are many different areas that people work in, many different use cases, but to focus in on one, for example, banking and finance, branches are closing all over the country, in every country, and more of banking is becoming digital. And when there's a more digital experience, how can a bank create a personal connection? You can personalize a name and an email, but that's done all the time. You can have a chatbot that gives a ChatGPT-like response, but everyone's played with ChatGPT. So what we do at Yepic is we create these interactive, immersive experiences with avatars that can respond to your emotions and can engage with you in real time. And we're seeing huge sort of like numbers of banks and inbound requests, inbound inquiries, thinking about how they could use this emotional, intelligent, interactive avatar technology in their workflow. And also like training, lots and lots of companies are embracing avatars in their training now. The companies like Synthesia have done a brilliant job at leading the way in that regard with enterprises. But now that there are more suppliers, there's a lot more activity in the space.
Can you show us?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I did have some slides to reinforce what I was saying. And the experience really is evolving.
AI is incredible, but it's not perfect. We've all asked a question and not had the response we wanted. There's always something missing. AI has grown from action to emotive interaction. It's evolved from typing to talking, text-based to face-to-face, and will be your first choice when you need help. Real human conversations with AI.
With Video Agents by Yepic AI, you change the game with your customers. We're here to be the intermediary between them and their problems. From life coaching and personal training to teaching and customer support, for live news, governing a city, or helping people get around town. Expertise at your fingertips in a form that won't frustrate you. Text describes, video elevates.
Yepic's real-time, lifelike digital avatars aren't just the next stage in AI, they're a huge leap into the future. They are designed not only to help, but to react to your needs with our new cutting-edge technology. Body language, tone of voice, emotion, and we'll only keep innovating in the future. Sign up today for the latest updates and instant access to our API. The only thing missing from AI is humanity. Video Agents by Yepic AI.
So what I see in the video is that you are adapting the discourse, or you are adapting the reactions based on your client reactions, right?
Yeah, this is very much the first version that's now released and available, but the next version is all around emotion and the non-verbal cues that make up so much of human communication, and trying to make the experience sub 500 milliseconds. Today, the experience is about 2 seconds, And the plan is
Hey
to
there.
have it be even faster.
Comparison between Yepic AI, DID,
So
and
you-
HeyGen.
All right,
Each
so
product
you
has
said,
been given the same prompt and has
we
started at the
discussed
same
about
time.
one of the use case you have. It's about learning.
Yes.
So can we come back to this use case, because in the room we most of the people have been trained or try to learn new things about Gen AI in the last few weeks. So can you explain to us how it's working concretely with your technology? How do you train people? How do you help HR people to develop some programs to train people using your tool?
Yeah, so I think I can give a great example of the VA, American federal government. They're currently using our training tool to create training content with these animated characters. They've chosen not to go down the photorealistic route. They've chosen to have these like Disney-like characters that can speak in different languages that represent the different types of people that work within US government. And they create training video content and they distribute it to their LMS. And then the second phase of their training is, okay, everyone's watched the video. Everyone's seen my 15-minute video about workplace discrimination. Let's now test and see if they really understand the content. So let's send a video agent to have a face-to-face discussion with them to see if they really understood through conversational learning like a manager would. And then the thing they haven't done yet that they could do next to take this a step further would be, let's have a role play. Let's have a really angry, upset veteran that wants their pension, and the persona is playing the part of a really frustrated person. And you can see how people react in that situation, and it enables you to tailor the content, tailor the whole learning experience around your workforce individual personal needs. It's a whole new way to look at workplace personalization. Workplace learning personalization.
So let's be concrete. Can you talk about return on investment for this population? Because today we see in the companies many ways to educate, to create learning programs like MOOC or e-learnings. What is the difference, and what is the return on investment for them and for all the employees?
It's huge. I can give a great example of a company called Swissquote. They're actually using our dubbing product to dub videos, and they would spend £5,000 on every video that they make. They have to pay a content creator, they have to then pay an editor, they have to then pay someone to do the sort of the transcripts and the captioning. With our service, instead of spending £5,000 for every video, they spend a few £100 for every video. This means that they can scale their content to educate their customers to any language for a fraction of the price it would cost to actually create the content fresh.
Are they writing the content, or are they using ChatGPT to write it? Both?
I think everyone's using ChatGPT a little bit.
But to write down some learning contents, maybe they need again...
Bonjour.
I actually have an example of their dubbing content.
Lorenzo Croati has...
Hello everyone, and welcome to this new video on dots. I'm in my usual studio, but not alone. This time Marco is with me. We're going to review options and dots in general. We've done it in webinars before, but we're going to do it again today. We're going to start with a comprehensive recap of what we can do and find in the one...
And another thing as well to point out is that the quality of the technology is evolving so fast. Most of the videos I've shown you and the video agents is based on one photo. You only have to provide one image to create these animated characters. And the new version of the technology we have requires just a minute of video. And I'll just show you the two samples so you can see how fast this is moving.
Hello everyone, and welcome.
One sec.
Doesn't work? It's
NVIDIA to the moon, Maestro Codemasters, and Yepic as a service. Starting high, NVIDIA are on top of the world.
Video game
Their stock skyrocketed, and they're now worth more than Amazon and Tesla combined.
It's the demo effect, you know.
But you saw on the right, much more expressive, the second character. And that's just using a very small amount of training data, which means that in your office, you can just film someone on a smartphone and get a very good quality output very, very quickly. And if you don't have time and you just want to do a proof of concept, you can just use a photo, which is really game-changing for learning teams.
So let's be concrete. We are on a tech stage. So your job is to improve the way those avatars are expressing with their facing expressions, etc. Is it true?
Yeah, this is the major thing now. Like making the avatar look more human, making the interaction feel more human, because we don't want anyone to walk away feeling like that was uncanny. And a lot of the tech that's come out historically has had this like uncanny type feeling about it, which has been okay for training, but hasn't been very good for customer service. So for us right now, it's all about getting to sub 500 milliseconds for every interaction and having it as expressive and as human as possible. And we're making significant progress in this. We've actually signed an agreement with Microsoft Azure. In the same way you can buy Anthropic from Azure, you can very soon buy Yepic's model directly to deploy in your private cloud, which is a massive game changer for enterprise clients in healthcare, in finance, in any industry where you're handling personal data and you don't want to give it to a startup, which is most industries.
And finally, 57 seconds to understand what is your vision on the market, because we see a lot of startups on GenAI. How do you make difference? How you become one of the biggest one, the best one, sorry, in the next few weeks, few months, maybe?
Things are moving fast. I'm not sure if they're moving that fast. But long term, it's all about having this hyper-human experience that's real time, that's super accessible. And the way we're doing it is being responsible and putting this in the hands of businesses through distribution channels like Azure. We're also in talks with OVH Cloud and various other cloud providers to make the models available to enterprise customers. And yeah, like the space is just moving so fast. And our team has been at this for a while. We're nearly 5 years old as a company. We were doing avatars before they were cool. And I think that's why we've won so many enterprise clients. And we'd love to work with more people here. So yeah.
Are you using your avatar to pitch clients?
Yes, all the time.
Great. Thank you very much for your time. Can you applause Aaron, CEO of Yepic AI. Thank you very much.